Alright, we should be live.
Ayo.
You know what I do miss from, I can't remember. I think Sword and Shield might have had, some voice acting in it. I can't remember. I feel like, no, I don't think they did, actually, thinking back on it. What they had was a really good soundtrack, I will say that.
So what I want to know about this Diamond and Pearl is this a true remake, or is it like remake with the new added features too?
It is supposed to be a true remake. So much so that when you start up, it doesn't even have like the Platinum Pokemon. It's the Diamond and Pearl Pokemon setup. So you only have like 150 Pokemon that you can go through.
Yeah, but I was talking about like, can you do the...
Alright, before we get going, male or female character for the Nuzlocke? Doesn't really matter. I think you'll get different outfits.
I like the bottom right character of the male.
Bottom right of the male?
Yeah.
Alright. Alright, let's give him a name.
Well, I've been watching the show called Vikings a lot.
Alright, yeah.
So let's go with Ragnar.
Ragnar? Alright.
It's a cool name. I was curious though with that show, like why would you name a character Ragnar when Ragnarok is such a big thing?
I think Ragnar the Red is a common thematic name that comes up, and so I wonder if that's an actual folklore name.
But you know what I mean? Like,
because I feel like a lot of games have used Ragnar, and I know Ragnar the Red is specifically an Elder Scrolls thing, but I feel like I've heard it in other things too. Alright, this is your rival. We'll just call him Barry. Well, he's a friend, and a rival, and an ADHD riddled mess.
He looks like a
Should have named him Jeremy.
I saw Marcus was available. I think that's what I'm gonna go with if they give me that.
Yeah.
What happened to being able to name him yourself though?
I think that was an option. I think that was the top option.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, so this is going to be a Nuzlocke build. Oh, we have some comments coming in. Hey, Richard Forrest.
Yeah, I'm
Welcome
trying
to the chat. Yeah, Quinn's trying to pull it up. Anyways, just punching through the main storyline. So this is going to be a Nuzlocke run. I sent Quinn a list of the rules, and later on I'm going to throw those into the descriptions of these videos.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to laugh and cough because I like that Richard Forrest said, "Hey, dudes."
Okay, yeah. So, anyways, you were saying
you want the rules?
Yeah, some of them are gonna be roughly followed. Like, there's the one thing about how to pick your starter that I'm just gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in order, whatever the element is. I don't really care.
Okay, so any Pokemon that faints is considered dead and must be released or put in a Pokemon storage system permanently.
Yo, I kind of like the way the character's hair looks without the hat, though.
I like the chibi-ish kind of look.
It almost looks toy-like, and I don't really mind that.
Yeah, I actually really like it.
I like that it holds the aesthetic of the original games. Like, let's be real, if you look at the sprite characters, they look like chibi characters.
Yeah. But like, even the way they walk, I like it. I like the
Yo, I gotta say, I like the attention to detail. They did make the the mother character to match yours. They didn't just pick the standard stock.
You want to talk about attention to detail? Look at the reflection on the floor. Walk around.
Jesus Christ, you're right. I didn't even notice that. Yeah, no, you're right. I see it. You can see it on the fridge. The note on the fridge is reflective. Damn, she polishes that floor. Anyways. Don't go into the tall grass, or the Pokemon will attack you. So, there is a thing I want to point out that is really cool for an update.
Oh, I thought you were going to point out the fact that they have no furniture.
Ah, well, you know, Pokemon homes are always super limited. Anyways, what did Richard say here?
Oh, I didn't know if you wanted more of the rules or not.
Oh, yeah, well, we'll get into those. But you can use the D-pad to move around on a grid system, or you can free move, and I love that. It's just a little quality of life update, and I love that it's there.
So my brother ordered the 2 games, but we have to wait to get them currently. Well, funny enough, both Ian and I both got both games.
Yeah, we actually, he got it for him and his girlfriend, and I got it because I'm a lonely man who plays a lot of Pokemon.
That was a very depressing way to say that he's a nerd.
Alright, here's our ADHD friend slamming right into us right out of the bat. Anyways, as we go through the story, I'm not going to be too worried. I think a lot of people are super familiar with the story, and if not, they can read it. Continue on with the rules. I think you left off at Pokemon Die.
Yeah, the first one.
Yeah.
The player may only catch the first wild catchable Pokemon encountered in each area. If the first wild Pokemon encountered faints or flees, there are no second chances. If the first encounter in the area is a double battle, the player is free to choose which of the 2 wild Pokemon they would like to catch, but may only catch one of them. This restriction does not apply to Pokemon able to be captured during static encounters, nor to shiny Pokemon.
Alright.
So is that, to understand that properly, when you go to a new area, you can only get 1 Pokemon from that area? And
Yeah,
it has to be the first one?
Each area has to be the first one. There is a clause later on for bypassing that, sort of. But it is an intentional limit to the Pokemon you can get and how many you can get as the game progresses.
The player must nickname all of their Pokemon as well, Ian.
Yes, I am terrible at nicknames, so we're going to have to struggle bus that one. I forgot to check something. Do I have a player ID yet? I don't think I do.
Pikachu will just be Pika-Chu.
Yeah, I don't have a player ID.
No, Pikachu should be Pika-Fu.
Pika-Fu. Teach him Brick Break.
So anyway, the player may not voluntarily reset and reload the game whenever things go wrong.
That's one of the rules that I'm going to slightly modify because this is a main file that I want to play through as well. Legendary Pokemon, I might do that just to catch them if I run out of Pokeballs or something.
Okay.
But
So,
any deaths are canon.
kind of.
Yeah, any deaths that happen during that are canon, so that'll hurt.
The player's starter Pokemon must be randomly chosen. A common system of this is the last digit of the player's trainer ID number is 1 through 3. The player must choose the grass starter. If it is 4 through 6, the fire starter. If it's 7, 9, the water type starter. If it is 0, free choice. Alternatively, use the trainer ID modulo 3. What is that? Modulo? Something. I don't know. For the same purpose, whatever. Different ways that we can randomly choose.
Yeah, so like there was a dice roll was another option I saw that people often use.
Decreased difficulty is a Nuzlocke.
Yeah, there are rules that will increase difficulty and decrease difficulty. I picked 2 that increase difficulty, and I forgot to remove that line for when I copied the ones that were.
Oh,
yeah, I went online to find what are common rules for a Nuzlocke.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Also, legendary Pokemon may not be used.
Yeah, that was one of the ones that increased difficulty. You can catch legendary Pokemon all day long, but you better not use them in a Nuzlocke for the increased difficulty run.
So the first wild Pokemon in each area rule does not apply in an area until a species or evolution line is encountered that has not been caught yet. For example, if the player's first encounter is an area was a Caterpie, and they already own a Caterpie, Metapod, or Butterfree, it wouldn't count as their first encounter in the area. This is to allow for increased variety in the player's Pokemon collection. I like that.
Yeah, the idea behind a Nuzlocke is it's a challenge run, but it also will force players that are more familiar with the Pokemon games. It forces you to use Pokemon you might not normally use.
Yeah.
Develop
also,
strategies you might not normally want to play around with.
Also, fishing encounters are separate encounters from field encounters. Surfing encounters also fall under this rule. Isn't in Diamond and Pearl the one where you can dig underground too?
Yes, this is the one with the underground, and they brought that back.
Yeah, so does that mean that fossil Pokemon, like, do you have to choose the first fossil Pokemon as well?
Yeah, it'd be the first one I get access to.
Okay.
But I think that one is now a game-specific get.
Oh, that would actually really change which game I want to play.
All right, so we don't have a dice or anything.
No, so I
will pick one at random, and whichever one I pick, that's it. How about that?
Let me do it.
You want to pick?
So go like. So let's do.
I was thinking like the third one or the second one.
Just trying to go. All right.
Oh well. Quinn has picked, and you picked probably the worst one.
Why? That's the best one.
Now I like Turtwig. Don't get me wrong. He's my second favorite starter here, but for a Nuzlocke run, He's the worst one.
No, he's dope.
Arguably Chimchar is the best one, which is kind of naff for me because he's my least favorite of the starters. But in Diamond and Pearl, it was notorious for having a rough time getting Fire-type Pokemon. In fact, by the time you get to I think it's the second gym, is a Grass-type gym, you only have access to one Fire-type Pokemon, and it's Ponyta, which, if I remember right, didn't even get a Fire-type move without an absolutely ungodly amount of grinding. So yeah, there is another common clause that I think I wrote down, but I'm not sure if I did.
No, I read them all.
Which is basically, if I died here because I don't have an access to even catch Pokemon yet, it doesn't count as a game over.
It's because there's not a point to game over.
Well, if you have no Pokemon to build a team with, you game over.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying is that there's no point to hold you to that right now.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing is, once you get the luxury of choices concluding whether or not you screw up.
Yeah, see, Richard's on my side. Turtwig is my favorite of the Sinnoh starters.
See, I actually really, really like Piplup, but...
You're just a hater.
Turtwig was the first Pokemon I used when I first played Pearl. But admittedly, through subsequent playthroughs, I fell in love with Piplup.
I was gonna say, I'm probably going to choose Piplup for mine. But I'm calling you a hater simply because I like the grass types in general.
I'll be honest,
but
I think the final form Torterra looks the coolest, and that was why I picked him in my first playthrough. But his typing isn't all that good. Once again, for Nuzlocke purposes, but he's definitely got the coolest end design in my opinion. I think Chimchar is just too Sun Wukong like, and frankly, the Piplup final one just looks like let me polish a steel penguin. It's really all it is. At least Torterra has this really cool. Oh, what's that term where you have a cage that is self-contained ecosystem thing?
Yeah, like I mean, in his case, it'd be like a bio
terrarium.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the word I was looking for.
But it's not truly a terrarium. But also, the only reason I don't like it is that it feels like a ripoff of Bulbasaur. But
I think Turtwig might be the canon pick though, because it seems like Dawn gets Piplup and Barry gets Chimchar.
But that's neither here nor there, because, like I said, I'm probably going to choose Piplup. Because just penguins are cool.
Alright.
I kind of want to choose my Pokemon team simply based off of which animals are cool.
Well, there is a...
is there Wailord in this?
I think... Wait, hold on.
Is Wailord too early?
No, I think Wailord is Gen 3, and this is Gen 4.
So yeah, I can get a whale.
Yeah, once you get the national dex, yes.
How is he a professor? He didn't introduce himself as Professor Rowan. He said, "My name is Rowan."
Some people call me the Pokemon Professor. That was the next line. There was a line 2 to that statement.
Humble jerk face.
Yeah, how dare the old man be humbled in life?
Well, that wasn't a humble though. That was a humble brag.
Yeah, probably more accurate.
It would have been different if he said, "Yeah, my name is Rowan," and someone comes in, "Hey, Professor Rowan." Hey, please don't call me Professor. It's just a title. That's one thing.
I don't think there has been a professor like that yet. That is just like, yeah, first name basis, please. I don't like the, or even just Mister. I don't like the title thing. The title thing's a little much.
But instead, you get this guy who's like, "Yeah, my name is Rowan. Mr. Dr. Professor Rowan. I was once the president of the chess team."
We do get the full character models in the actual battle.
All right, you got to capture.
I don't have Pokeballs yet. Can't capture anything.
Well, you gotta mess him up then.
That is unfortunately easier said than done right now, because back-to-back battles, can start to wear me down, and that's the downside of a Nuzlocke. At this point, I have player control. I have a little bit of action into what goes on. So
but you're level 5 and he's level 3.
The Nuzlocke has officially started.
So,
Never underestimate the random crit, Quinn.
Nope. Oh, Ian, you got this.
The person who has recently brought Nuzlocke runs back into heavy popularity, I think it's Jaden Animation, did a whole video about her run through on a Nuzlocke, and it seemed to have brought the challenge run back into the forefront for the fandom. And I've done Nuzlocke runs before on my own, and admittedly, none of them have gone well. I've won, but none of them have gone well.
Just don't suck, Ian.
And the thing that terrifies me the most is the random crits. The moment where you're sitting pretty and you're just like, oh, I can definitely take this hit, and my next move is gonna knock you out. Random crit drops you to 0, and you lose like the cornerstone of your team. Alright, so we officially have a stab move.
Well, you're doing a Nuzlocke. I'm going to be doing a Wuzlocke.
What's that?
A softer Nuzlocke.
What? Where do you come up? Well, how do you come to Nuzlocke?
Like Fuzzy Wuzzy.
Okay. And what are you going to try to do with a... Like, what are your rules going to be for a Nuzlocke?
Enjoy the game. Happily.
That would just be play the game?
Yeah. Let's go to Wuzlocke.
Alright.
You like it?
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
I'm going to copyright it.
No, mm-mm.
I'm going to write a book.
Not a fan.
I'm going to write a book on Wuzlocks.
Quinn, if you write a book on Nuzlocke, it's not going to be Pokemon related at all. It's going to be some sort of, like, eco-horror.
Eco-horror.
That sounds like what I'd get with a Nuzlocke. You just get, like, a forest bear creature that just mauls people.
I was going to say, eco-horror just sounds like GM.
GM.
General Motors? An eco-horror?
I mean, it's horror for the ecosystem, sure. Alright, we gotta give him a nickname. Turtwig.
Oh.
I'm gonna name him Tut. Like King Tut. No?
Nah, okay.
You're not feeling it?
Go for it. I'm down. I'm with you. Tut.
My Egyptian Turtwig?
That's why I was like, you went with Egyptian, okay.
I went off of what is the Turtwig name? What's the first thing that pops to my mind? Also, he's my starter. He's kind of my main right now. So, King
Tut was your main?
That's where my brain went, Quinn. I didn't even notice. I didn't look to see what gender it was. It's going to be really funny if it's Queen Tut. I didn't pay attention to that at all.
Because why would you?
Well, but I don't think it matters too much. I'm not going to be worried about breeding Pokemon.
That's something I did a lot of, though.
I did a lot of that in Sword and Shield.
I think it was this one that I did that a lot in.
I think this was your first main Pokemon game that you played entirely through on your own.
Yeah. Yep, I did this one, and then...
I know you played through some of either Ruby or Sapphire, because you had played through on my account and erased my save, and there was a whole issue with that at one point.
I'm sure that was fine.
But you were, once again, too young to realize what you were doing, and then
yeah,
I got mad.
So this is the one I think I seriously played, and then I really skipped Black and White.
I admittedly did as well. I played through Black and White, and I played through Black 2, White 2, but...
No, I skipped that one.
It was one of those, I played it and I was done.
Well, for me, Black and White, like, I bought it, but I didn't play too much of it, and then Black 2, White 2, I skipped entirely.
Yeah.
What else was there?
A lot of people will
Heart Gold and Soul Silver,
write
right?
those out as the best Pokemon games.
Well, they're wrong, because X and Y was the best.
I actually agree with that, but again, a lot of people turn around and say that X and Y was the worst.
Well, they're terribly wrong. X and Y was such a huge innovator for Pokemon.
Alright, I think we're still battle damaged from getting here, but we did level up, so we are a level higher than where we need to be. I can't remember if we get Pokeballs right up front.
However, I did like in this one the fact that you can dig underground, and that was something I wish they kept.
The underground map was a lot of fun in the original one. I really hope they make it just as fun in this one, especially with the mining.
Yeah, I really liked the aspect of digging for your fossil Pokemon.
First things first, I need to get some Pokeballs.
Why was that not a thing?
Alright, sell me however many of these I can. I'll go with 15 right now. Hopefully I'll get one of the special balls. There it is, Premier Ball. Gonna grab a few potions, because being hurt sucks.
Gosh, you're just a kid who doesn't like money.
Look, I need to prep up. Antidote could kill me. Paralyzed heal I can kind of run away from.
So you buy all these things for the Pokemon, but what the hell does your character eat?
Really none of this is food for the Pokemon either. Although berries exist in the game, so maybe we eat berries?
Yeah, and arguably they eat inside the Pokeball, because isn't it supposed to be like some perfect world for them?
It's some sort of like, they're supposed to be happy and healthy and cared for inside the Pokeball or something weird like that.
Oh my god, they just go into the Matrix.
Alright, so let's go see what our first catch
Holy
is going to be. Wait, hold on.
Can you imagine how messed up that would be?
We are, but we're probably good. If the Pokemon just went into the Matrix?
Yeah. So you have the the Pokemon that you keep stored up for so long that you kind of forget about it, and then you finally find it again. And you're like, oh, hey, I remember having this Pokemon.
There is a reference.
Let me put that into my team, right? And so hear me out before you say anything else. You put that Pokemon into your team, the Pokeball is transferred, and you have it now, and you go out to the field, and this Pokemon is just living its life. He's like, yes, he's been here for years, everything's great, I have a family, I'm well fed, and then real world Pokemon comes out, because that's just a fantasy, augmented reality, and he comes into the real world, and he's just like, kill me, kill me, because he's dying.
I feel like Dorkly may have made an animated piece very similar to that. Where like Pikachu
his
goes
body
in
hasn't been nourished by anything.
No, I don't think they age inside the Pokeball.
You can't stop time.
I don't know, Quinn. It's magic bullshit.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, well, it's in the Pokeball.
All right, Starly, nickname, flying type. Female.
Who's the flying lady? The Earhart?
Amelia.
Amelia, yeah.
I don't know how to spell it, but I'm gonna give it my best shot.
Amarillia.
Amelia. I like that though. That's a good name. I looked at you like, who's the flying lady? And I was like, Icarus? That's not a lady though.
Well, you can't catch any more Pokemon now.
Nope, but I can beat this Pokemon to death. Unfortunately, I think Tackle is still my best move for fighting flying types.
I'm telling you, it would be messed up if that's how Pokemon worked. If you ignore your Pokemon, its body starts to decay over time.
Well, what I was gonna say, I think in Sun and Moon, either Sun and Moon or Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, I don't know which. I think they had a reference to like an old man who died and his Pokeball was left behind with the Pokemon in it. And it literally took somebody to like find it, and I think they gave it to like his son or something, or his grandson. But yeah, it's like even when you die, if you have Pokemon in Pokeballs, I don't even know if they're aware that you die. Like, they're gonna have to be let out of the Pokeball and be told about that.
Oh, even worse. Imagine you got yourself, I don't know, what's a good Pokemon? A Rapidash.
Okay.
Right? After years, your character, like in this case, that old man dies.
Yeah.
And it takes years for him to be found.
Don't fight me yet. I ain't good for this. Hold on, you have the type advantage, don't you? No, she has Piplup. That's right. She told me about that. Go home and tell your mom that you're leaving. Probably a good idea for a 10-year-old kid.
But hear me out. You got old man Rapidash. Old man dies. It takes years for the body to be found, and it's just from some YouTube personalities in Suicide Forest taking the video, you know, that type of shit, right?
Oh, yeah. The thing that just happens all the time.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably happens a lot more now. But
you think more people are getting away with it?
Yeah, probably. You find the skeleton. Like, it's been so long the body's it's a skeleton. Find the skeleton and the Pokeball. I know, okay, it's been so long, I gotta release this Pokemon, it's only fair. Boom, you're expecting a Rapidash, and it's a Ditto because it's falling apart inside the Pokeball.
I don't think that's how that works. I don't think you can species change your Pokemon with the passing of time. That said, if Pokemon do age inside the Pokeball, that kind of changes a good bit of Pokemon lore. Because wasn't that also part of a thing for Lucario? That he was like captured in some sort of ancient prehistoric magic-y thing, and he didn't age, and then he just got out?
Dude, I have no idea on the lore behind Lucario.
I don't know, it's... Pokemon lore goes all over the place, and it's completely
I can tell you some of the lore that I've seen on Lucario, but you don't want to know that lore.
Rule 34 is not lore, Quinn.
Yeah. So anyway,
if Rule 34 counted as lore, we're getting into a whole nother avenue of, God, Pokemon lore is weird. It makes even less sense.
So anyway.
But yeah, what I was getting at with Pokemon lore. The video games are canon. Everything in the video games, referenced in the video game, is official. So is the anime. The anime spin-offs. And the manga. All of which are canon, but completely separate. None of them intertwine.
Okay.
The reason that that's so weird is they are hard contradictions all across all of that.
Well, also they have the same characters. That's also what's weird.
Yes. But, for example, in the manga, if a Pokemon loses... Okay, in the anime... Pokemon legit just, like, live to fight. They enjoy battle. It's a thing.
Yeah.
In the games, they kind of go off of that as well. In the manga, they don't mind it, but legit, they will die in battle if that happens. They play by Nuzlocke rules. You lose hard enough, your Pokemon dies. There is a very famous scene in which... somebody uses a Charmeleon to fight an Arbok and uses the move Slash, which is basically just a better Scratch, right? Like you can envision that. No, this thing literally cuts the head off of the Arbok. It is full on decapitated.
Well, on the other hand, the whole Pokemon enjoying the fight thing reminds me of that Viking show I was talking about. Again, without ruining anything, I'm going to tell you something about it. But it's kind of relevant. One of the things I really liked in the show was they were showing the culture of Vikings and how they're not afraid to die in battle. In fact, it's rewarded with Valhalla.
Right.
And so someone who didn't know, obviously, the culture was captured and walking through with the Vikings, and he stops. The guy that captured them stopped at this guy who's pouting on this rock, and he's like, "What troubles you?" And the guy pouting says, he's an old guy, says, "I am cursed to live forever. I will never see Valhalla." I was like that. Like he's like, I want to die. Someone kill me.
Oh yeah, that's a whole like that gets repurposed in a lot of fantasy. For example, once again in the Elder Scrolls, the orcs.
The orc, yep.
The orc. There is literally a scene in Skyrim that is referenced where an old orc comes to you and it's just like, I'm not gonna be beaten in battle, so even if I die, I get a shitty afterlife. And so he literally is just like, please kill me in combat. You can't just kill me, because if I give up, it's pointless. I have to lose in combat. On the other hand, I think in the Viking tale, it's not just dying in combat. You have to have a reason for fighting. Are you pillaging something? Is somebody attacking you? You know, there are like, you need to have a reason to fight. You can't just die because you throat punch someone and you want him to kill you.
Yeah, no, there's an honor to it.
Alright, so this is the next area where I can get another Pokemon.
You have to have an honorable fight in a sense that, like you said, it has to be worth something.
Alright, Shinx is a good find. First electric type we're gonna get. This would have been the one to change to name Tug.
Yeah, you missed out.
I kinda botched that one.
And said catch it and name it Ralph.
Ralph.
Yeah.
You know what? We'll go with it. Unless Richard wants to get in and throw a name out there, I am not above taking suggestions for names.
I'm also gonna give you Fido.
Fido's gonna be like what I name a Houndoom if I get one.
Oh. No, name that one Sparkles or Sprinkle. I like Sprinkle.
Alright, let's see if I can capture the Shinx. I don't want to get it too low because, once again, I am afraid of critting Pokemon this early.
Well, there's a,
especially something like Shinx, which is a good addition to a team. The final form of Shinx is actually a pretty decent powerhouse, and I think it gets a bunch of different elemental attacks for coverage.
Name him Pants!
Pants, I like that.
Name him Pants. So that way when he's old and doesn't look like he's wearing pants, it'll be weird.
I think Luxray doesn't have the pants effect. Although Luxray is one of my favorite Pokemon from this generation.
Why is it normalized to name things after the way it looks like they're wearing clothes? Like how cats will be named Socks because it looks like they have socks.
Or like if they have a perfectly round pattern around the nose, they'll name it Button.
Yeah. But if I go down the street and I look at someone and I say, shirt! They're like, what the fuck? Or,
you're cowlick! Just arbitrary personal features. Oh god, that's how Joe Biden names people.
Hey, fat.
Oh, that was more enjoyable than it should have been.
I remembered that.
Okay. So, trainer battles are going to be my biggest threat.
Ian, I think you might be able to do more push-ups than Joe Biden.
I think I might be able to.
And this is genuine honesty out of me. I am so disappointed and upset. And what's worse than disappointed? Like, I wallow in the pity of humanity that no one has accepted his push-up challenge. I
imagine people have, and everybody stops the cameras. No, don't do it.
No. How amazing would that be? Where he's like, "Hey, I bet you I could do more push-ups than you," and you're like, "Bet, bro, let's do it."
Look, this is right on par with when the WWE Trump meme was going around.
Yeah.
I was legit okay with somebody trying to challenge Trump to a wrestling match.
Dude, that would have been awesome.
It would have been. Again, I think world leaders need to have these kind of battles with each other, though.
Listen here, brother. I'm coming for your freedom belt.
No, unironically, I think it would be a hilarious, entertaining, and it would be like the old days of the Roman Colosseum where you just had competitions.
Whoa.
Back then it was
I
battles,
am
but
down with Roman Colosseums and politicians.
That's far more effective. But I'm just saying it would be in that avenue of trying to provide entertainment to the masses. But various competitions, you could do actual like wrestling matches or boxing matches. I just think it would have been hilarious to see a Donald Trump and Putin throwdown.
No, because
Admittedly, Trump would lose.
yes,
But it would be hilarious.
But the fight we all wish we could see, a boxing match between Donald Trump and Bernie Sanders.
Trump plays the Trump card, and can you feel the burn? That's the slogans.
There you go.
All right, Bidoof. All right, let's see if we can handle this with pants.
What's really funny is especially because Trump would definitely be the perfect example of the top 1% that he always talks about.
Oh, that would be good. Yeah, he'd be the millionaires and the billionaires.
That sounded more Joe Biden though.
Look, I can't do anything with voices normally. You think I can? I'm still barely able to talk.
Besides, it's no longer millionaires because he's now a millionaire.
Yeah, which is the biggest showing of a sellout, unfortunately, for
You think
people who
that's the
supported
biggest-
that, for people who supported him.
You think that's the biggest example? Because I think the current president making the tax limit at his salary before you start getting taxed crazy.
Those people weren't supporting Bernie Sanders. That's what I was getting at. For people who supported Bernie Sanders, that was the biggest sellout point.
No, the biggest selling point was supporting Hillary when he turned around and put his support for Hillary.
That's up there too.
I would
Anyways,
I would personally say that.
Jumping off the politics train, because I'm willing to bet right now on the YouTube system that could get you in a lot of trouble.
Train? Did you say train in politics? There's only one train, Ian. And I'm not going to say because I don't want to get you banned.
Yeah, I'm curious as to what train, but now I'm worried.
Well, there's also a tower.
I'm smelling bacon, Quinn.
Wow.
I don't
You
know.
don't remember the whole Trump train thing?
Oh, okay, yep, okay.
And the Trump tower? And
Look, what do you want from me?
you've disappointed me.
I literally said I wanted to get off politics, and I was trying to put my
I
brain
wallow
somewhere
in the
else.
pity of humanity.
And then you're just like, no, bring it back every time. Don't leave this topic.
Yeah. So, how about that weather?
I hear it's
Climate
back to-
change is a problem.
Whatever the weather is, it's bad. It's worse this year than last year, which is worse than the years before.
I think that's a type of supremacy.
Weather supremacy?
Climate supremacy. The tropics have it out against us.
Yeah, go ahead and explain that one, Quinn.
How the tropics have it out against us?
Yeah,
They're pushing for global warming to expand and colonize the rest of the world with their climate. So they are currently genociding the Arctic.
You know what?
Did that work that one out for you?
I regret that I asked you to explain it.
Did I make it work for you?
I mean, you made it work. Did it work for me? No. I'm sorry. I'm not on the.
And here's the best part, Ian. Give me 24 hours and I could cite you sources and write a paper on this.
Most people wouldn't put in the effort, but if I dared call you out on it, you would write that full-on paper. It would be like a 4-page paper.
But the more impressive thing is citing the sources, and I only say that because I know there's got to be sources to something like that out there. If I could find the claim that water causes autism and Disney did 9/11, I can find this claim.
I still think blaming Disney for 9/11 is one of my favorite conspiracy theories.
Remember the details of that one?
No, but I do remember that you literally did find an article about water causing autism in, what was it, in Africa?
Well,
or no, Africa was something else.
I tied it to Africa, but yeah, water causing autism was an article I read. But with the Disney and 9/11, so right after 9/11, Disney's attendance spiked because people
everybody
wanted
everybody was desperate for that dopamine hit.
Yes. So the theory was that Disney caused 9/11 to
two-way advocates got a hell of a dopamine hit today.
Yes.
I'm just gonna leave that one there. Leave that one on the table. Continue.
Did you want me to stop talking about 9/11?
Look,
instead you want to talk about
YouTube
dopamine
might
hits?
be more favorable. YouTube's going to be very favorable on hitting a lot of things. Just, you got to be careful.
Yeah, and use a skateboard and don't bring a gun to a fist fight, right? You got to use your karate moves. That was the thing that was talked about.
You know what? I don't know where to take us. I'm at a loss now. I'm stumped. Congratulations, Quinn. Thank you.
Did you say you're trumped?
Stumped.
That also sounds like a supremacy of some kind.
You know what?
I'm just trying to ruin this for you every chance I get.
All right, so
those
we're
light
trying
posts,
to.
they almost look like tiki torches.
Well, we're on the topic of ruining this. I think we're about to beat up a little girl. We're gonna beat her.
Oh no, we can't do that. That's not political. That's okay.
What?
No.
I'm literally, my brain is falling apart right now. All right, this is a new area.
I was gonna say that
we jumped right in. Okay, we already got this guy.
that was going to get way too political. Like that's not a comment I won't make on.
Please don't.
But-
We
So you have blue trees in the background. That's kind of cool. Oh!
We have,
You want a fun fact about the color blue?
Okay.
There is only but one animal in the entire animal kingdom. In fact, in life in general, when you're also talking plants, if I'm not mistaken, at least I know for a fact the animal kingdom. I'm thinking also it goes into plants as well. There's only one animal that is truly blue.
Is that the butterfly?
That is the butterfly, yeah.
Ha! I knew that one. It's the only blue animal I can think of.
Blue macaw, blue jay.
Well, they have blue, but
No, they don't. You perceive them as blue because the feathers reflect blue light, but it's actually different than having the pigment blue in it.
okay.
So the only animal that has that is the butterfly that has a specific pigmented
I don't know why I use leafage. That
whatever
was a dumb
type
move
of
me.
I think it's a protein.
That's the kind of decision making that is gonna get a Pokemon killed while
So-
we're having conversations about the color blue.
So there is your fun fact about the color blue. I also learned a fun fact, and I'm going to look it up to make sure it's true, about numbered ketchup at McDonald's.
At McDonald's. What do you mean numbered? Like the 57?
No.
Alright, anyway, so we got another Pokemon. This one's a little baby flower. What's a good name for a baby flower? Sprout. Will not make sense if it becomes a big flower, but unfortunately, it's a grass type, and I don't think I'm going to use it for very long.
Never mind, it's unverified, so it's not worth talking about.
Yeah, if it's unverified, say it's unverified and mention it, because
So-
now you've piqued my interest.
The idea was McDonald's ketchup packs will often have a number on them, and the number is the flavor for the ketchup bag. And so the
Don't
closer...
you stop me, you... I was gonna insult his weight, but it would be very much, you know, pot calling the kettle black there.
Now you're really getting into this. Making it...
I should have read what he said. I thought he was just telling me something. No. Yep, go to the trainer school. You need to learn how to be a trainer because you don't know what you're doing.
You see how aggressive he was about that, though? He literally pulled
Yeah, he
you
literally
forward.
dragged me back.
Also, why is every city on a platform like this?
Have they been?
That,
I mean, we've been in
that
town.
uses cement.
All right, here's the trainer
Let's
school.
say not every one of them. Why is this one?
I don't know. Maybe it was showy. Is this an? I think that's the model for the ace trainer. Why don't they just have a school teacher?
Well, also what I think is interesting is like, is the green character going to be a common thing?
They're a standard trainer. They're called an ace trainer, and I think that's the model that they'd be using for it.
Well, I asked because that's very different than everyone else, and she looks like the main character.
Yeah, they are meant to be like trainers that are experienced. That's why they're aces.
Well, Ian, you don't look like the main character next to her.
You know, that's true. Really, Barry could pass for more main character than I do. I think in part that might be because of the rules of anime and the fact that we are playing a darker pigmented character.
Whoa. Step
Look,
back
I
outside.
don't make
no,
the
step
rules for
outside.
anime.
Step outside.
I don't make the rules for anime.
Why aren't you stepping outside?
Because I'm healing my Pokemon?
Okay, but you need to see what I just saw.
I thought you were telling me to step outside, like drop the controller and step outside.
No.
We're going to throw down.
No.
I thought you were
No.
calling me out that hard.
Walk back in and look at the top right.
Top right.
There's a fucking clown. Why is there a goddamn clown?
Quinn, you played through this game. You don't remember the clowns?
No.
They were an entire thing. There's several in this city.
What?
They're all tied to this guy, who's an event that I guess we didn't trigger the first time. He gives us the fancy Pokemon watch.
How does a clown wrangler give you a watch?
A clown wrangler. That's the best description for his job, though. So we have to find 3 clowns.
What else
answer
could his
questions.
job be?
He invented the Pokemon watch, so how about that, an inventor?
So what does he have to do with fucking clowns?
They're promoting the event.
What?
The event is get your Pokemon watch because it's free from the government because it'll allow them to track you and monitor everything you say and sell your information for ad revenue. But clowns make it fun.
What?
Clowns make it fun or scarier. Both are profitable for the end result of pushing the product. Does a Pokemon grow by defeating others and gaining experience points? Yes. You are correct. Pokemon grow stronger by defeating. Unfortunately, the experience share is on by default and I can't turn it off. Therefore, this is not true. A Pokemon can gain experience by letting others fight fights for them. Good job,
Also,
clown.
Pokemon are just Super Saiyans.
What?
Pokemon are just Saiyans.
The Saiyans, sure. Super Saiyans threw me off. Like, when do they scream and power up?
Evolution.
I mean, they evolve. That makes them more like Frieza.
Was the Mega Evolution or whatever?
Yeah, they had that. That was kind of a power up that was.
That's a Super
Yeah,
Saiyan.
that's. I don't know if they're in this though.
Probably not. Didn't they give up on doing that?
I think, but then there's talk that maybe they're gonna bring it back for something. It was a fan favorite, so frankly, people are probably just like, no, bring it back, and they just won't drop it because it's a fan favorite.
Because it was actually kind of cool.
It was a really cool thing, and they did it for 2 generations.
I thought it was stupid at first, but it turned out to actually be kind of cool.
Don't, lady, just. I don't care if the GWS is ready or not. I want to find the last clown. Because frankly, I want to get the clown system over as
I don't
fast
blame
as
you for
possible.
wanting to go to the Gundam workshop, but I don't understand. what that has to do with this.
If there was a Gundam workshop, I want to go, but I don't see with Pokemon. How does?
What was GWS?
I think it was like a global Wi-Fi system or something like that. There he is.
So it's Starlink?
Yes. Just like Pokemon, do the moves of Pokemon also have types? Yes. I feel like the questions were actually a little better in the original. Because I don't think they were just yes for everything. I think you actually had to menu control.
What was the 4th move learned by this Pokemon in this generation?
Look, you're getting into some like... there was an episode in Pokemon where they had somebody trying to do like questionnaire shit like that. He's getting bullied by a bunch of other students and they had him running on a treadmill. Because personal fitness is bullying.
Wait. Is that how you cheat in PE? You pay the nerd to run on the treadmill for you?
I feel like that's...
Or does the nerd pay the bully to do it?
Yeah, I was going to say, that's the reverse way. The nerd needs to pay the bully. So apparently there's a glitch in this game. If your time isn't constant, it can cause a lot of problems. Oh, it get big.
You're looking at a watch and that Pikachu looks like it's suffering.
God help me. Oh, it lights up.
Well, look at the 2 eyes in different heights and size. Like, that's messed up, man. That's a Pikachu
I kind of wish I
into a
could
Ditto.
turn that off, though.
That is a Pikachu turning into a Ditto. Wow. A Ditto.
Yeah, watch the language there.
A Ditto. Because you left it in the woods for too long.
They live in the woods.
In the Pokeball, though.
They leave it in the sun? In the woods? They throw it in a forest fire?
Could that also be a thing? Like,
I don't know. What happens if you destroy the Pokeball with the Pokemon in it? Like if somebody takes their car to the dump, and they leave their Pokeball in there, and they come back later like, hey, I left my Charmander in the back seat. Can I go grab it? And they're like, oh, we've already compacted that thing.
What
does that do to the Pokemon?
Okay, but what if the Pokemon never knows that?
Hey, Carol, welcome to the stream. You came in at a terrible time. We're getting pretty morbid.
So
it's better than politics. You're not wrong.
So what happens if you destroy the Pokeball and the Pokemon's still inside of it? It is, to me, I would imagine that
it would either like release in the nearest space that's viable.
No, I wouldn't think that.
I would hope that.
I would think that it's like to the Pokemon, because again, it's like the Matrix. So to the Pokemon, the world has never ended. Just like how theoretically, if we live in the Matrix now, the Matrix itself could
no need to apologize. Thanks for being here anyways.
The Matrix itself could already be destroyed, but we're living up to the destruction of it. It's just because we do so much in the way we perceive time. Does that make any kind of sense?
No.
You never heard that idea?
I only heard half of the idea that you just said.
I don't like that fucking monkey.
That monkey has got some sort of tune in his head, and he is bopping to it. Yeah, unfortunately, we are still getting over a cold.
Hey, you remember that monkey I punched at...
What?
at Rainforest Cafe?
Okay, yeah, the animatronic monkey.
No, it was a puppet, not animatronic. Well, but that thing there makes me feel the same way, and I have the urge to punch it. So if that thing got into my face, it would get a fistful. For some reason, something about monkeys, man. Like I had a monkey on my shoulder, and that was cool. But these fake ass monkeys, they fuck me up.
Quinn just really just wants to beat up monkeys.
No, dude, this is a thing. Like, no, this is not a masturbation joke about beating a monkey. Okay, this is a thing. It's not like a fear. It's not a phobia, and it's not like it's a like. It's just a punchable
I don't like that this
face.
Chimchar is so strong. It terrifies me.
It's such a punchable face.
And the worst thing is it's level 9. It has its status move. I can't throw in my strongest Pokemon.
Just saying, dude, that's messed up.
I don't want to
Someone
lose Starly already. Please, hold in. Don't crit. Okay, I think we got this, unless we miss. There we go, Amelia Earhart taking it in.
So anyway...
Look, that was getting tense for me, I'm sorry.
Tense for you? I was thinking about getting up and fighting the thing.
Alright guys, we gotta end the stream. Quinn just body slammed my TV.
It had a punchable face.
Let that just be the quote. Monkeys have punchable faces.
Yes.
Fake monkeys. To be clear, fake monkeys.
I mean, for the sake of the quote, just leave it at monkeys have punchable faces. I'm okay
Really,
with that.
Quinn is just traumatized by all of the times he's watched Planet of the Apes.
No, I like Planet of the Apes.
Because they let you live out your dream of fighting the monkey overlords.
No, this is not a dream of mine. This is...
It's a nightmare.
Look, I now understand. I genuinely now understand. So I have an executive that works at the company I'm at.
Yeah.
Who says I'm not? It's not like I'm afraid of clowns. You won't terrify me if you come in. And
I'm afraid of clowns.
No, listen to what.
Okay, I'm listening to what he says.
It's not that you're going to terrify me if you come in. It's just I do not like clowns, and there's a chance I will punch you in the face if you come in a clown costume. And it's not. Like I said, it's not a phobia, and it's nothing against you.
Okay.
It's just a thing. And now I truly understand it is a thing. That if you come in looking like a dumbass monkey, I might punch you.
And you don't think this has anything to do with, just like, childhood trauma?
Well, his does have to do with childhood trauma. Mine, like, what childhood trauma do I have with monkeys?
I'm taking it back to all of the times you've watched Planet of the Apes.
No, if that was the case,
Right,
I wouldn't like Planet of the
204.
Apes.
Then again, okay, I was gonna make a comment correlation to something else, but I have to dial it back. Because admittedly, I would be horribly wrong because there is also the It the Clown experience. Where you loved that movie until you realized what the movie was actually about.
Yeah, I just thought it was cool because he was a clown.
You don't want to punch clowns in faces. Now, if he was dressed up as a monkey...
That's a different story. I might want to punch him in the face. It's just something about it triggers fight or flight, but it's only fight.
There is no running. There is just murder.
Well, yeah, because fear, you're going to trigger fight or flight, and usually flight. There's no flight option here. It's just fight. I want to beat the shit out of the thing.
I don't think I have anything like that.
I just found mine. Look,
Yeah,
we're talking...
You know what? You've gone a long time.
I was going to say, we're talking like 15 years ago is when I punched a monkey.
Yeah.
Okay, so I didn't know this was a reoccurring thing until I watched that dumbass. And my whole life just clicked into place there.
The whole life. That was the missing piece.
Yeah. That was 15 years probably. Missing in my life.
You're a man in his mid-ranged, 20s.
That was a wonderful way to say I'm old, but okay.
Hold on, you're in your mid-range 20s. You've got a family, you've got a job, you got a car, you're working on a house.
And I want to punch a monkey.
And the thing that was missing to give your life meaning was the realization.
No, not to give it meaning.
The thing missing from understanding your life was that deep-seated, unknown need of the feeling of needing to punch a fake monkey in the face.
Like, you have no idea how awkward it's going to be. I'm going to knock on our vice president's door tomorrow. And I'm going to say, I understand with the clowns thing, because that's how I am with monkeys. And I'll walk away.
With no further context.
No. And I know how exactly this is going to go. He's going to say the fuck Quinn. Okay. Bye. Because he's awesome. But still...
I kind of want to see the reaction he's going to have with that, though. Alright, I eventually do have to start using other Pokemon, because right now it's been nothing but the Turtwig show. And don't get me wrong, I like King Tut. But after the first gym, he's gonna backseat hard. God, we're also already level 10. Did I catch a Pokemon on this area? I don't think I did yet. Switching to Sprout. Just because I think if he takes part in the battle, I think he gets more experience.
I really hope.
I really want to get to the gym battle soon.
Well, we're already at an hour.
Yeah, but I think we're right at the next town, so I think that's where it is. That's also, and I'm going to save this for next time, which is probably going to be tomorrow, whether you're here or not. I want to do the underground, and I think
D&D canceled.
I thought everybody said that they were going to be busy until after Thanksgiving.
Probably. So yeah, that's good because we still gotta do some cleaning down here.
Yeah, and I still have to reread the story I was working on for that. I have to completely relearn where we were at and what we were doing, because it's been so long since we've had any progress. Yep. Admittedly, we have had a hell of a lot more progress than anybody else's campaign.
I really want to focus in on this for a second, though.
Okay.
Remember in Rainforest Cafe when I punched that monkey and everyone was like, "What the fuck, Quinn?"
Yeah.
You remember that, right? And I was like, I don't know. I had to punch it. It took me 15 years to get that feeling again, but as soon as I got that feeling again, you
knew right where
yeah.
Drew to.
That's why I'm like, that's what I'm saying. It took 15 years to understand, but I now understand what gets me. The fact I connected to that when I was that young so quickly, so easily.
I just need to figure out what mine is, because apparently this is a self-realization that is meaningful.
Yeah, Ian, yours I think is just breathing.
Look, the internal punches, do they really mean the same thing?
No.
There you go.
Ah, man.
I need that outward vent.
I do need to be done soon though, because personally, yeah, my throat is hurting.
Yeah, well, hopefully we'll be able to wrap it up.
I'm excited to share this story though.
With everybody you can?
Yes.
That should just be, I should rename the title of this video, just Quinn Wants to Punch Monkeys. I'm sure people will click for that.
I don't know if they will.
No?
Also, is this supposed to be like a ladybug looking thing?
I think it's a cricket. And I think it's even clearer on the evolution.
That's not a cricket.
It's a baby cricket.
No.
No?
No.
What does a baby cricket look like? How is that wrong?
Like a tiny cricket.
It's got the antenna. Is it a flea? Is it more like a flea?
I'd actually believe a flea or a tick.
A tit?
Yeah,
okay.
I'd believe a flea or a
And then
tick.
it evolves, because Pokemon rules are bullshit, it evolves into a cricket.
It doesn't have enough legs to be a bug, first of all.
It's also a cricket tater tot. Look at the name. Yeah? I think I just made sense of it, okay? I think I made sense.
Crickets are not...
tater tot.
It's not an Irish cricket. You can't have potato-based crickets, Ian.
No. But when you make tater tots, you need to have a binding agent of some sort. Cricket flour. It's a thing.
Yeah, but now I'm just imagining that you just ground up a bunch of these to make a fucking hash brown.
Hey, Halo Master Chief, what's up? No issue being late. We are getting near the end, but
We've had an eventful conversation. So
yeah,
far.
I have had a lot of like brain falling apart moments, and Quinn has gone off on some crazy tangents. He also came upon a self-realization moment that apparently is life-altering.
Yeah.
I should have healed in between fights. That was a bad call.
You're just going to kill your entire Pokemon team. That's okay.
You know, I don't want to lose anything this early. That's going to suck. A lot. Based on the level of this, I might just spend my first turn healing. I'm telling you, eventually Nuzlocke's hit a wall.
You got this. You're good.
Yeah, Nuzlocke's hit a wall where they become no joke.
See?
Critical's going to hurt. Okay, critical wouldn't hurt as bad as I thought. Those are like my session enders when I do them
And that was
myself.
a critical hit that you did.
But he had like 2 health. What was the point of it?
I'm just letting you know.
Now he's super dead.
Good.
Starly, that is a flying type, so let's throw out the electric type. That is another rule, by the way, for Nuzlocke. There is an option that you can do in the menu that prevents you from swapping in between. That is an option you can do to increase the difficulty.
Yeah, especially because none of your Pokemon would actually evolve.
What do you mean?
How does anyone get XP?
No. They will send their Pokemon out, and then I have to switch manually. So by switching, I'm guaranteed to take a hit. It means that you can't swap to get the type advantage.
I thought you had to play that Pokemon until it died.
That would be real rough. That'd be, although with the inclusion of the always on experience share, that would make it a lot harder without being impossibly hard. Because you can grind for a lot of experience that way. There is also another added rule that you can only use as many Pokemon as your opponent has.
You just made a girl cry.
I feel good about myself on that one, okay?
You
I
feel
won.
good making girls-
Her pet died, Quinn. Of course she's gonna cry.
And you feel good about making little girls cry?
I feel pretty good about letting my fighting animal best her fighting animal. Yeah, you're gonna go die? It's your turn? You feeling that in the throat right now? Alright, I do see we have another chat there. Quinn had to get up and get a drink, though.
Okay. Better than coming early, right? For Monster Snuggle?
I don't know the context, but I'm gonna agree completely.
You don't get the joke.
I get what the joke's trying to be, but I feel like there was a timing for it that I completely missed.
Hey!
Okay, you know what? I walked right into that one. Yeah.
Oh, my pizza's ready to be picked up, by the way.
The pizza that you already picked up?
Yeah.
That you brought here and already ate?
An hour ago? Yeah. I'm just now getting the email for it.
If you waited an hour to go pick it up, man, that'd be a cold-ass pizza right now.
Well, they put it in the heating oven thingy.
It would be stale. Like, the bread would not be as good. You got it pretty fresh.
Yeah, because I just waited like 15 minutes and walked in anyway. I don't wait for no email to tell me what to do.
I live my life. Alright, so I think we're right outside of the town right now. No, we are not. There's a cave. So I'm going to pop in. I'm going to grab whatever my next new Pokemon is. And we're going to push forward. By the way, I have not caught a Pokemon on Route 203.
Push forward?
I'm going to try to.
I long are you going to make me suffer?
A little bit longer. Oh, hey, we get some TMs. Oh, yeah, TMs are back. Those are like usable items. They will run out. And in other recent games, they've given you ones that don't run out. All right, the Hidden Moves app. Supposedly, you don't have to use... To make use of the HM moves, you don't have to teach it to a Pokemon anymore. I don't know how that works. Alright, is it a Zubat? Do I get a... Oh, don't have to get a Zubat. Although I will never be able to hit third form with this.
I mean, it'd be cooler to have a Zubat.
Don't get me wrong, I love a Zubat. Zubat is underrated.
And if you don't name a Zubat Vladimir, you're wrong. Did they make a new Pokemon show series at all? I know it's the game. I was just wondering if did they make a new Pokemon.
They have a
series?
new Pokemon. It's not. It's a continuation still with. God, I can't remember the character's name. It's Ash and somebody else traveling the world now, and I think it's just supposed to be some whatever random tie-in character. But from what I've heard, they're basically returning to all of the regions and just doing all of the stuff that they didn't do before, more or less.
Okay.
I suspect this is going to be possibly the last season, like the last series with Ash as a character. Because it feels like, it really feels like they're trying to test the water with putting a new upfront main character and having Ash be the sideline character.
What happened to when Pokemon Show?
But it's not specifically Diamond and Pearl, but they are going to all of the old regions.
What happened to when the Pokemon Show was actually like interesting? Because every episode was not just a new situation, but like Charizard Island, like that's so cool.
They had really unique things throughout the Pokemon series timeline.
Yeah.
And now it seems more like we're just going to tell just the mainline story. But the thing I really miss, miss isn't the right word. The thing that absolutely pisses me off about the Pokemon series is they do not care about what remains canon. We're going to end on this rant because it's going to be a pretty good rant here. And my voice is going to be shot afterwards.
You're telling me?
The series has given up on various characters' hopes and dreams, changed them on a whim for no apparent reason, and has for a long time just ditched characters because, hey, we want to throw somebody new at you. Why did Misty leave? She never got her bike. She never got the bike, which was the upfront reason that she stayed with Ash. She never got to do the whole like couple romance thing, which was what many fans were just like, okay, that's the reason she really still hung around. That never got to happen. She just up and left.
You should have caught that Pokemon.
I haven't caught a Pokemon in this area yet.
That's a Pokemon to catch.
I'm going to try to catch that Pokemon. I have one shot at it. Throw it in the Premier Ball.
Hey!
Yo! All right, that is going to be a big one. Kadabra, no joke, awesome Pokemon. Also, the Abracadabra Alakazam line, entirely based off of a magician. He was like one of those like psychic-y magician guys.
Abracadabra. Yeah,
well, the name is obvious, but I meant like the
Which,
thematic.
by the way, you need a name, and I am down with Spoon Boy.
I'm gonna name him Spoons. I'm good with that.
No, Spoon Boy.
Spoon Boy. Do I get spelling privileges?
Yeah. Okay.
All right, we're good with that.
God, it'd be really weird if it's a female.
Once again, I have to look at that. Hold on. I keep forgetting to look at the genders. Okay, it is a male. I didn't nickname Geodude. I have to go throw Geodude in a box until we get it to a name writer.
Shame on you.
I forgot to do that. I was just muscle memorizing it. Gotta go throw him in a box. I can't use him. He doesn't have a name.
We were excited to get him too.
I was excited to get him. Probably would have been more excited to have a Zubat. Anyways, continuing my rant. Brock, for the longest time, he wanted to be a Pokemon breeder. He met specific key people so that he could progress down the timeline of how can I be the best breeder I can be. And what ends up happening? Just out of the blue, I no longer want to be a breeder, I want to be a Pokemon doctor. Why did Brock want to be a doctor? Because he had one moment where he talked with a doctor and was like, yo, this doctor's doing some cool shit. Ignore the fact that we had many other opportunities in which he's done that. Hell, the man has been hitting on a nurse since day one in his existence in the series.
He should have ended up hooking up with the nurse Joy.
Would have been a good tie-in. But no, apparently any attempt at aging the character in any sort of meaningful emotional way, which they had done with at least Brock, got completely thrown out when they brought him back in the Sun and Moon timeline because everything was basically reset and made into absolute bullshit. So Brock's dreams, thrown out. Misty, thrown out.
Too bad you
Sure, we're cycling in new characters, but if we're cycling in new characters, why does Brock come back? And he doesn't just come back for a one-off, he's back as a main character.
Ian's been triggered.
I have been triggered. Anyways, Dawn, once again, she hits her point in her series, and then we're just, yeah, she's gone. She's done. And she'll come back for a one-off.
Kuro says that the new character is annoying. Halo says, does Brock still try to get the girls, and does his Pokemon still knock him out?
Does Brock still try to get the girls? Yes. Does he have a Pokemon that tries to knock him out? I don't know. He's not mainlined in the series anymore, and that irritates me. Brock was the character who left, came back, left again, came back again. He has been an on again, off again character the most out of any of the character hierarchy, whatever BS lineup. But they changed his dream on a whim. And then threw him out of the party, and just like, be gone. Now that we have taken what your character was and represented, and what your dream was, and we threw it out the window, now we're gonna throw you out the window too.
The window.
Ash doesn't even want to be a Pokemon master anymore. That was his thing. I want to be a Pokemon master. A lot of people got upfront about like, no, Ash needs to win a tournament. He never wanted to win a tournament. He wanted to be a Pokemon master. He partook in the tournaments to pursue that dream.
You gotta play the game while you talk.
You know what? You're right. Go fight someone, because at least I can do that brain dead and possibly lose a Pokemon. But anyways. Yeah, these are the issues with me about the Pokemon series as an anime. They have no continuity in the overall grand scheme of it, but they keep wanting to pretend that they do. They have so many loose ends that have never gotten an answer. Whatever happened to Ash saying like, "Oh, I'm gonna come back for Pidgeot"? Never happened. "Oh, I'm gonna come back for Primate." Never happened. I think they even met the character who took his Primate in a later season, and they still didn't even like bring Primate in just to be like, "Oh, hey, how are you doing?" I think they even referenced it in talking.
Okay, but what about the Golden Pokemon Ball?
The GS Ball never got an answer. That was an entire arc. They literally like progressed through it. That was a driving force, and then they gave it to Kirk and was just like, "Oh, I'm gonna crack the riddle of this thing and we're gonna make it a whole event," and it never happened. They come up with these grand story things and then just throw them away. Triggered's the right word for it.
Yep.
I feel great emotional distress right now.
Do you feel like you could punch a monkey?
I feel like maybe I could punch a lot of things. I don't know if it would be a monkey. I just don't have that in me. Anyways, I'm gonna save before we fight this girl and we get out of the cave, because this is where I'm gonna wrap it up, so that I have an easy jump in. Because I fear that I'm going to be attacked as soon as I leave the cave, because I seem to recall that in one of the generations that was a very common thing. Anyways, thank you so much everybody for coming in, and I'm probably going to be streaming this tomorrow, assuming I can talk, because if you can't tell, my voice is starting to go. Anyways, once again, thank you so much for stopping in. Please hit like, and hope to see you next time. Have a good one.
Alright, bye.